Howdy DC On Screen fans, how would you like a piece of original artwork from one of us here at DC On Screen?
Alright, we're aware that you've never thought of that before, but here's the deal. We need your help. Because the internet is a giant monster that requires numbers and regular feeding times. And then these algorithm things that are like our personal demons that we can't defeat alone. Do the right thing. Go over to iTunes. Give us a 5-star review or a more honest review if you feel absolutely led to. And then email us at dconscreen@gmail.com. What we're going to need you to do is just write in an address. Tell us who you are. Give us whatever address you want us to send you something at. You know, if you don't want us to know where you live, send it to your neighbors and go steal his mail, whatever.
Yeah.
Just give us that, and then we need you to write Dave or Jason, and then we need you to write the name of a character. We're going to send you a piece of artwork. All I can say about it is that one of us is a good artist and one of us is not. If you've actually been listening to every episode, you might know the secret answer to that, to who you should really ask. But hey, or toss a coin.
Man, you know, once you get the picture from us, take a picture of it or scan it or something. And send it back to us, and we'll put it on Facebook, just like we do with your DC loot.
Yeah. Send it back with like critiques if you want to. We don't give a fuck, you know. Draw over it, you know. Pull a Deadpool. Right? Whatever.
One of us might cry.
We'll both probably cry. But whatever. Point is, you know, it's come that time. It's the classic call to action. We need to get out there. We need to get a little bit of the review game going. And this is our humble offering.
Yeah, humble offering. Very humble. I couldn't say it any better myself, man. That was a good pitch.
Oh, thank you.
All right, with that said, settle in for a new episode of DC On Screen. Welcome in to DC On Screen. I am your host, David C. Robertson. This is my co-host, Jason.
Hello.
And this episode, we are going to be talking about DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1, Episode 2, Pilot, Part 2. And right out of the gate, I want to say that I'm no one's lapdog, Birdman.
Still loving Heatwave way more than I ever thought I would.
Yeah, they could basically just make this a Heatwave Captain Cold show, and I'd be pretty okay with it.
It's fine with me so far. Just overall, like, we're 2 episodes in, but damn it, I love this show right now.
Mm-hmm. There are a couple of things that I could really just deal without, you know, like, or I don't even know how I'm saying that, but I could do without. Where they think that Vandal Savage is going to buy the nuke, and it turns out that he's selling the nuke, and they're like, oh, I'm guessing he's not the buyer, and then it, like, dramatically pans over to Sarah, who goes, he's the seller. I'm like, no shit. I hate that expository, someone's watching us, and we have to make sure the idiots understand that he's selling I think they'll get it when he's on the stage saying, how much do we bid for the... Okay.
I'm not sure I'm not sure that required any extra effort. I agree. Yeah, there's a line or two here and there that are going to be off, but come on, man.
Yeah, that kind of exposition always just feels so clunky to me.
It is.
I mean, most exposition does.
It is. And it's actually something that I saw a lot of reviews that have kind of gotten on to Legends for just having so much exposition to do, but the same thing I said last time. Come on, man. There's a lot of exposition to do. Don't give them a little bit of a rope.
Just enough to hang themselves.
Yeah.
But no, I'm aside from that, I'm mostly enjoying the show. I really am.
I'm really digging it. So it's one of the highlights for me now of just my week in general. And I really like. I kind of like the analogy that they used that Rip pulled out on him. Like when you do something, like time is like cement. He said. So it's not.
I wrote that down.
It's not going to be instantaneous. Like you're not. If you fucked something up, it's not absolutely in stone yet. You've got a second. But I kind of like. I did. It's a cool concept.
Does it bother you that Vandal Savage is not like he is in the comics? As far as like how old he is?
Nah, not really. Vandal Savage bored me a lot in the comics. He's only intermittently useful to me.
See, my favorite version of Vandal Savage was actually like a caveman who he saw like a glowing rock and got irradiated by it and suddenly has these powers, and over the years became, this dark overlord and whatnot.
Well, you would
will eventually rule the earth.
A few thousand years into immortality and just learning, you're the world's best student of history, which means you should be a pretty effective person. Hey, I'm not upset about him at all. This is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I had no real like affection to lose on that, and I'm digging the guy that I've got here to some extent because like when fighting breaks out in the opening scene, I don't want to say opening scene, but you know what I mean. The first few minutes here at the nuclear cell, like the look on his face when he sees all the people, the absolute chaos that this group is, like he realizes there's a whole team of people that have come for me, and he's like, you can see the wheels twisting. Like there's time travel involved here that they shouldn't have that. He said era, like you can just see the look on his face, man. He loves it. It's like he's seen a new challenge, and all he sees is opportunity. It's actually scary.
You know, I'm personally not digging Casper Crumb as Vandal so much, though. I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm just not digging him.
I'm completely indifferent, to be honest. I haven't fallen in love, and I haven't seen anything that I thought was egregious at all.
Well, his delivery just kind of... His delivery, you know, it reminds me of that, the old cartoon was like, catch the rabbit gossamer, and I shall reward you with a spider goulash.
Not that I don't see your point a little, but
and he's just such a creeper, like, oh, my love, no. And it's like, oh, dude, get away from her.
Right.
She don't like you. She hasn't liked you, like, ever. Like
206 lifetimes, and I assume opportunities. You've never pulled it off.
It's been 4,000 years, and she's still saying no to that particular dick. Get away from the lady. Like, no, she doesn't like
Leave her be, man.
we were meant to be together. I'm like, why are you talking like that? Why are you, all these years and you can't stop talking like that?
Actually, here's my theory about his voice, though, is like, that's 4,000 years of languages he's learned. He has no accent. Like, I've actually forgiven him on for exactly that reason.
Oh, well, then you're misguided, because look at the Egyptian scenes, and he's supposed to be, like, of normal age or whatever. Like, he's a normal person at that point, and he's like, it is against the law for you to... I'm like, he's an Adam Sandler character.
Yeah,
he really is.
I'm just trying to forget the Egyptian scenes exist entirely. They were not...
Yeah.
Not my favorite parts.
But he is. He does. He's like Little Nicky. I haven't put that together until just now, but he is. He's Little Nicky.
I'm still
Adam
fine
Sandler's Little Nicky.
I'm really. He hasn't bothered me at all, really. I mean, I've just kind of been rolling with him. Everything else is so damn interesting. I guess I haven't had time to focus. Even you may talk to me in a few weeks, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm really starting to not like that guy. I don't fucking know, but there's so much going on. I haven't had time to concentrate on him that much.
Yeah, he's not like the worst thing ever, but you know, he's a little weird. Yeah, I love the In This Era stuff. I knew that Stein screwed up, but he was like, actually wrote down damn Stein when he went up to the dude and just like, he had all that information about the terrorists and the bombings and everything, and like the dude was like, oh shit, it's you guys, okay, go ahead.
Right.
Like, yeah, man.
Oh, the look on Snart's face at that point was wonderful. Just,
oh my god,
he could not be happier that this old man is going to try to pull this off. Like, yep, let's see where this goes.
Oh, I love Snart so much. He's like, what was it? Like, you don't look like this name. And he's like, I'm Arab on my mother's side.
Right. Dude, even like Heatwave and Martin Stein were starting to get a little bit of a bromance going on there. Like, I think Heatwave decided that he really liked this old man somewhere in this episode. I think he even says as much later in the episode.
Yeah. Oh man, and when the shit goes down, man, and the atom jumps out of the pocket.
Oh, the atom!
I was like,
the
I
atom.
cheered, man.
Yeah.
When Ray jumped out of that pocket. I was like, yeah!
The fiance came into the room about that time and just looked and, what the fuck is happening up there? I was like, shut up, it's awesome, leave it alone.
A man jumped out of a pocket.
I'm enjoying myself way too much to explain anything right now.
And, dude, when I actually wrote down, shit, Ray's tech in the 70s.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the drop on that, I'm like, well, that was on the storyboard for this episode. Like, that's in the script with big letters around it.
Yeah, this isn't my first rodeo, kids.
Right. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be an issue. Poor
man. I remember Dr. McCoy leaving a phaser behind on Sigma Iota.
How'd that turn out?
Non-interference law.
Right?
it didn't turn out well. I'll say that.
There was some drama. And poor Ray felt so bad.
Yeah.
He really did.
But they went to Ivy Town. That's home of the Atom.
Right.
In the comics.
It's supposed to be.
So, hooray!
Yay!
Did you enjoy? What did you think of the guy? Like, I hate to rail on the actors, but I really didn't think the guy doing Young Stein was very good. He was kind of a terrible actor.
No, I don't
Just
have a problem. I think a lot of stuff like that. I'm enjoying it too much. There's so much. There's too much spectacle. I haven't been able to nitpick anybody. I'm not even worried.
You know, I think there's something to be said, and you know, I could almost not believe that he was Stein just because I'm looking at Stein and like in the presence of Victor Garber, that kid was so terrible. Like, it's something to be said for like Victor Garber, how good he is. That if you're not a good actor, it's gonna show.
It pulls out right then. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Victor Garber is that good of an actor. So yeah, old Stein was kind of crushing it. Like, and they gave him such good stuff to do in this episode, like his speech and
yeah.
Oh man, and then like we see younger self, and I'm like, nope.
I was enjoying myself way too much. I mean, the younger self, like he's just so fucking arrogant that I'm kind of thinking, yeah, no, I can buy that.
Yeah, I mean, I tried real hard, and
plus I couldn't even get around to that. I was laughing too hard at their reactions. Like, you got fucking Jax and Sarah in the background giggling. He was a stoner, you know.
Yeah,
I was. Yeah, it's just I was too happy to care.
Yeah,
about
that was funny the first time. Mm-hmm. But like the third or fourth time in the show where they're like, "Are you sure that's you?" I'm like, "Okay, we get
it." I don't know. They'd probably still be messing with him.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, what I did enjoy is Sarah getting stoned.
That was funny. And stealing the joints on the way back to the Wave Rider there. So
yeah.
She's gonna be.
I could have dealt with that, like causing a huge rift in the timeline too.
Right. Rip's gonna come in here. You can't smoke pot on the Wave Rider.
Like, wait, something's still not right. Something's still not right.
Yeah. Like, I could just see him though explaining that to her, like, you cannot smoke marijuana on my ship. Well, you didn't say that. I didn't think I had to. Never thought that would come up. And then later, like, I forget what they're fighting at some point later, and she straight up says, like, somebody complains and says, it's like, are you sure we should probably be fighting right now? We're pretty stoned. It's like, oh, no. I've got this. I'd have to be way more stoned than this for this to be a problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But it is weird because it's, this is the first time we've seen, well, really any side to Sarah other than I'm miserable and my life is in shambles or I'm dead.
Right. And I'm really liking this a whole lot more. Off-White Canary is a much better iteration.
Like, I've heard people say that, like, they're not, actually, like, she's not the same character. And I'm just like, no, she's actually an actual person now.
Yeah.
Like, before she was just a whiny thing.
Yeah.
Who kicked ass.
I feel like she has a whole lot more personality on this show than she did on Arrow. And that's part of the reason, like, Arrow has that one problem, is they stay so sour most of the time that it's hard to really flesh out everybody's personality.
But I would even say...
Can't kind of give them those nice happy moments that you need to kind of see the dynamic qualities of somebody. But
yeah. Well, I think they actually are staying pretty truthful to Sarah. I mean, given the fact that, like, the first time when we actually see her, like, before she actually dies and everything, I mean, she's drunk and happily having sex with Ollie on that boat. This seems pretty in character, honestly.
Right.
So,
I mean, at one point in time, she was just a party girl, it appears. Like, it didn't look like she was the most responsible of the Lance girls.
Yeah.
When we met her so many years ago when she had a completely different face.
Right. Shh. We're not supposed to remember that.
Right.
Nothing.
I dug it. Hey, and there was a one scene in particular that I'm trying to find it just because I want to see if I remember this exactly right. But so you got Snart and Palmer in the cage together, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forget exactly how this goes down. Remind me. But they just like punch each other. Like there's a nice I think like Palmer punches. I can't remember who went first. That's what I'm trying to remember is like who punched first. But
I don't remember.
But they have like one punches the other person comes back, and then they just kind of stand there, and then they kind of actually talk about it afterwards. But it was just a hilarious moment for me, like the way they were just standing there after the post punch.
Mm-hmm.
And man, really, really, really loved their little conversation in there.
Yeah, they're just
Well,
one-upping
nice.
each other and having nice. It's good. It's just good. I enjoy Snart and I enjoy Ray.
Right.
Yeah, all good things.
Like they're getting a little bit of backstory from them was, I don't know, well done. I mean, there's going to be a lot of scenes where they kind of there's going to be a ton of bonding scenes on this. It's a team of 8 people and they've all got to get together, so that's how they're going to roll. That's how it went down. I did find it. So Captain Cold is the one to throw the first punch, and Palmer kind of like they're just bantering and punching each other, and then now they're in a cage and they have to deal with it. So they, I guess, stop punching each other. And I really loved on their little heist. Like they just like Heatwave and Captain Cold just kind of keep telling him like, "Dude, rookie mistake, rookie." You're out of your element here, buddy.
No, I lost what I was going to say. Lost my train of thought. No one be alarmed. This happens all the time.
It's gonna be okay, bro. Also, really, like, something that I could see myself doing. Well, if I went back and met my younger self, I mean, right now that would. I'm not old enough for that to be like a huge dramatic deal. But if I'm talking about Stein going back to meet his older self, like one, I could see myself arguing with myself because I am that big of an asshole, and two. I could totally see myself doing what he was, like, hey, so maybe the saturated fats, you kind of cut back on that a little bit, or you want to have like a piece of fruit instead of the chips, maybe. Or... Yeah, I would end up doing that.
I did enjoy Sarah saying, "You think I'm sexy," and he's like, "You stop right there."
She doesn't finish the sentence. Don't finish that sentence.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. And Savage taking down, like, he has Heatwave hostage here. Nice. I like the line later when they find Heatwave. Are you okay? I'm pissed. Yeah, just.
Yeah, that's good.
He's so much fun. Oh, I didn't even get to, like, last time like the Captain and Tennille line from the last episode. I'm having so much fun with that dude that I didn't expect to have.
Yeah. Yeah, he is pretty good.
Just a giant block of man.
There was a. I don't know how much they meant to do this, but there was a cringeworthy moment when the team shows up in the Vandal's house, and he sees Firestorm, and he goes, the Burning Man, and friggin' Firestorm goes, I don't just burn, pal. And he hits him with the thing, and he goes, I blast things, too. And I was like, oh, this is so bad. So bad.
Yeah, that one was bad. That one, so bad. I know I've mostly said I was just too happy, but nope, that one I was, I agree.
I've considered a rule of thumb most of the time when, rule of thumb, if you have a line that ends in pal, it's probably not going to be a good line.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you are Bruce
if
Campbell.
It's the sarcastic pal. Oh, yeah, then you can get away with pretty much anything. But if you're Bruce Campbell, you can do, like, the campier the better. So, what are we worried about?
And then they actually wrote that line, that follow-up, I blast things too. Really? That's how you're going to finish up that terrible line with something even worse? Okay.
Right.
Well, if really missing Ronnie Raymond about now.
Well, you're not gonna like him when you see him again.
I might be okay with him.
And we hadn't even begun to speculate on what that might mean as far as rings go. Him coming back.
I don't think it has to necessarily be that deep.
It doesn't necessarily, but it could be, and that'd be fun.
I think it's probably just more of an Earth 2 situation.
I don't know. It's a shame.
It's okay, buddy.
Damn shame.
It's okay. It's okay.
I need 14 hours of footage. 14 hours of footage to tell that story anyway. Anyway.
So, yeah. Big thing of the episode, though. They kill Hawkman.
Yeah. And I was genuinely surprised. I didn't have any spoiler on it. And a lot of the press releases I've seen have, like, they've been playing it. Like, at some point they kind of said, yeah, we're gonna have Hawkman on for a second, and then they changed their tune to, like, yeah, we're gonna have, like, Hawkman's gonna be like a regular member of the show, and that's the last I had heard of it. So I started to not believe it, and then about the time blood starts just gaping, there's a deluge of fucking blood out of the guy's mouth. Oh, oh, he's really not going to make it. Oh, okay. And I'm going to miss that freaking mace, too. I'm hoping she keeps that. It's like even early on when she, like, he meets them for a second and he tosses the knives out of his jacket at him. Just smacking it away with the mace. Man, that's brutal enough for me. I'll take it. That's what I want in my Hawkman.
I think there is every possibility we'll see Hawkman again in
I'm
another
certain.
timeline or something. Hell, they could even bring him on full time and just like, he's a Hawkman from a different thing who lost his Shiara. And
right. And she died first, and he managed to escape this time. But yeah, they can totally. I mean, he's got 206, isn't it 206 other versions of himself out there, and they're all going to look like Alex Hertzschel. So we're fine here. You have not seen the last of it.
Hawks weep not.
Or Halls, or whatever you want to be.
Of course, that means she's open for that Cisco day.
I know. And I was so sad for him like earlier on the season. Like, oh, that's doomed.
Oh yeah, I'm not sad for him. He's still got a golden glider floating around.
Yeah, man, he's doing fine. Plus, he just figured out he's a superhuman, so
Yeah.
He's got a lot of stuff going on. He's fine. I mean, he can, if he gets bored, he can go slurp more coffee and piss Harry off more. God, I love that scene. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, back to this part of the universe. The fight outside, by the way, at the end, while the Hawks are in there getting slaughtered. Dude, that is one expensive ass fight.
Yes, it was.
Like,
I imagine.
Good God, there was a lot. There was a lot of flashing, a lot of stuff. Looked fun. Looked like a lot of fun too.
Yeah, the special effects have been pretty on point.
They haven't cheaped out, which is why we may not get a season 2 of this thing. But they haven't cheaped out on them.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with not having a season 2.
I've come to terms with it.
Yeah, I'd also be good with having a season 2 that was way downplayed. Like, you get people like Constantine on there and Vixen and shit, and you just kind of hold back on a lot of the big action sequences.
Yeah.
But, I don't care that much about action, so. It's fun to watch. It is. I don't know. There's something wrong with me in my head. I'm not even going to try to make that make sense. Like, I don't care about action. I want to see these characters talk. That's true.
I mean, it is. I like the I like the back and forth more, but man, I need that action. I mean, I need Adam flying around the screen smacking people.
Yeah. I went to see Transformers. You know what it was missing? Optimus Prime and Bumblebee sitting and having coffee.
Right. You're going to leave BVS, and in March, you're going to leave the Dawn of Justice movie and be like, man, they really could have just talked that out. I feel.
Actually, you know what? That's funny because, one of my favorite things ever is watching how it should have ended, where it's just Batman and Superman at a cafe drinking coffee. I'm like, this is what I want to see. I don't want to see them fight. I want to see them, like, annoy each other. Be like, I'm Batman.
Don't say it. Don't you say it. I'm Batman.
Yep. I'd be perfectly okay with that.
Yeah, I can deal.
Was there anything else for this episode of Legends of Tomorrow, sir?
No, I'm pretty damn happy with this thing so far, man. I am.
Me too.
I don't know who we're going to lose next. We'll see, but I kind of hope it's nobody. I'm starting to really like all these characters. I fear I would have even started to like Carter more than I was. He wasn't like top billing for me, but
yeah. I don't. If we're gonna lose somebody else, I kind of hope it's somebody I like. Because you know what? I like all of them.
I kind of do at this point. I really.
Let's not do any more of this. Let's introduce a son in one episode and kill him off. I'm saying, let's do this.
Yeah, she's had a hard couple weeks, style. Dude. Like, she's just that's rough.
She's not like the best actress I've ever seen. She's a little wooden for me, but honestly, like the way she hit that, like the note when they're like, patching her up.
Yeah.
She just breaks down and starts talking about, like, I didn't get a chance to tell him that I finally remembered how I felt about him. That I felt the same. Like, dude, I almost rolled a tear. Like, she hit me on that one.
Oh, that's why she was cast. Gotcha.
Yeah, okay. Like, more of that. Let's do less of the,
we don't have any, you can't do it anymore. Like, she's lost everybody. We're out of people to kill.
I was like, okay, there you go. Like, she's finally pulling her weight as an actress.
Right.
And I don't know, sure if that was that. I mean, how well can you sit around playing? I don't remember.
I know. Oh, and I did mean to ask this, though, and this is did the show... I was going to ask you if you had caught something, maybe, or if this is just something we're going to have to find out about. Okay, if they kill Vandal right now, does that mean that Carter can't reincarnate?
That is a good point.
I'm not sure where that would leave him.
Oh,
Also,
that'd be heartbreaking.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Just wouldn't it? And it has to be them, so it's not like she can say, "Hey, go ahead and kill me. We'll try this again later." It's like she'll come back as an infant. They'll have to go find each other again.
Mm-hmm. And he has her blade, though, doesn't he? Now,
I think that's where the blade ended up. Yeah, because he was about to stab her with it. Savage was about to stab her with it when Palmer, shoots him.
He's yeah.
You fool! It has to be by her hand,
Right,
the lover's hand.
Oh God, creep.
He's supposed to be a creep. Leave him alone.
I know. It's just such a creep.
It's what he's supposed to do. Anyway, my question was first, is Carter doomed if they successfully kill Savage? Is he gone now?
Maybe.
Because I don't know if that keeps going. And also, like, is she out of her generations if that goes down? Or reincarnations? I shouldn't mix that term. But does she just live the rest of her life and then she's done? Like, are they linked in that way? I need a little more fleshing out of how they're linked.
That is a solid question.
I guess we'll have to see, show.
Yeah, I mean, I would be okay with their souls resting and whatnot after that.
Right.
But, hey.
Like I said, after, it'd just be a damn shame, because they're not going to really... Mm-hmm. Yeah, poor thing. She'll have to hop over to Supergirl and fall in love with Martian Manhunter.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
Or we'll just go watch more Justice League Unlimited and I'll fill that little sweet tooth that way.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's all we have for Legends of Tomorrow Episode 2, Pilot Part 2. Mm-hmm. We are DC On Screen. You can find every episode at dconscreen.com. If you'd like to, you can go check out our buddies Matt Carroll and Jeff Randall at the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast or at mcucast.com. We are proud members of the Giant Size Team Up Network, and we're going to be coming right back at you with a whole big news episode.
A whole ton of news.
Keep some DC on your screen, guys.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.